Today I am here at DC Pianos in Berkeley, California with a stencil brand piano. Now typically I don't review, as a general rule, I don't review stencil brand pianos, but this one I think is going to be an exception because I think that as a whole, maybe not as a whole, but there are certain piano manufacturers that have stencil brands, and certain stencil brands are improving. And I think Knabe is one of those. Now, first of all, you might be wondering, what is a stencil brand? First of all, if you're new to pianos, you might not have ever heard this term. Well, a stencil brand is when a piano company, typically one that is Chinese or Asian, buys the name of a sometimes well-known European or American piano manufacturer and takes that name and puts it on a Chinese-made piano. Schaefer & Sons is an example of that. I believe those are made by Young Chang. Schaefer & Sons, I think, was a well-known American piano maker, but then eventually when the actual Schaefer & Sons died, Young Chang bought the name and continued to use that name on their pianos because there already was a bit of a name behind Schaefer & Sons. Same thing with William Knabe. Knabe was well known for making American pianos, and in fact some of their pianos are very well known for being extremely good in the 20s and 30s. However, at some point in history, the American Knabe company died, and Samick picked up the name and put it on their pianos. Now, there are a few different lines of Knabes that are stencil brands, and some of the lower end ones are pretty average. However, the concert artist series here that I'm sitting at today actually is very respectable. It feels like it's using a Renner action, and if it's not, it's very well regulated, whatever it is, but it really has a Renner feel. It has a quality look to the inside of the piano too. There's so much going on in the background right now, but it has a really quality look here to the inside here. It's got a wood finish on the inside, which is very classy, and the harp itself doesn't look cheap like you sometimes will see in stencil brand. It also has a nice big Knabe badge on the inside, and it's also got these nice little wood trim details here on the piano too. You've got one on the music desk and on the cheek blocks. They've put a lot of attention to detail, and you can really tell that Samick here is trying to make a good stencil brand piano. They're trying to escape from that typical stereotypes that stencil brands often have, and I think if they keep making pianos like this, they will eventually begin to break out of that stencil brand kind of feel, and people will begin to really respect these. The owner of the store tells me that a lot of people who sit down and play this are actually pleasantly surprised, and I too am pleasantly surprised. Another thing to be pleasantly surprised about before I get around to playing it is the price, because the owner of the store here actually bought this piano when Samick was overstocked. So he got a good deal on it, and now he's selling it for about $10,000 less than they usually will sell for. So for a 7-foot piano, $20,000 is actually a very good price, especially when you consider how good this one sounds. Now, of course, a piano like this isn't going to have the incredibly quality sound of something like a C. Bechstein for some reason comes to mind to me today, but of course it doesn't cost the same as a C. Bechstein. It's only $20,000, and I think for that price point, it's difficult to find pianos of this quality in the new market. In the used market, you can actually get a very, very good deal for this price point, but if you're looking for something that's new and shiny, you're going to be hard-pressed to find something that's this good for this size for this money. For $20,000, this is an excellent deal. I've been told that these can actually go for up to $10,000 more than this price because, like I said, the owner bought this when Samick was overstocked on this particular model. So if you're looking for a good deal in a new piano, this one here, this particular piano would be, I think, a good it would be a good option. It's got a pretty good bass sound to it. And of course, a nice treble sound to it as well. It's got that nice sparkly treble, the warm mid-range, and a quality sounding bass because it is a 7-foot piano. It's really great to me that these Asian companies, I believe Samick is Korean, and you also see other Asian companies like Ritmuller, which is from China, trying to produce these actual quality pianos and kind of break away from your typical Chinese Asian piano stencil brand stereotype. It's really great to see this because if this does indeed continue to happen, we'll start seeing quality pianos for a budget-friendly price that are going to be very fun to play. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video of this Knabe 7-foot piano. Again, it's a good deal for the money, and it's a lot of fun to play. Has a good sound, a good feel, and it's really also attractive to look at. So again, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you might want to check out my channel. I've got lots of cool videos of pianos, organs, keyboards, digital pianos, and all kinds of other cool stuff too. So if any of that sounds cool, you definitely might want to go check that out. And if you haven't subscribed already, you might want to think about doing that too. And if you do, well, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.